In this study, whilst trying to arrive behind the opponent turns and drops into the ground control 5. We use our basic destruction to get rid of the opponent and use a second opponent as a way of climbing. The boys are using the hammer and elbow ariete as the connector and then climbing back to their feet again. We can change so many parts of the emotional process, and this clearly dictates the work we need to study. But in a single class we can only look at one element at a time. In the next exercise, the boys focus on the human shield, plus the destruction of the midline trap. Like we've shown in the clip earlier, the claw ring may be in play, which gives a distinct equaliser. But even if the ring is missing, good timing and mechanical understanding means we have the chance to pop the arm as it connects. When training this part up at tempo a little, remember to be careful with the arm as it gets caught easily. So pay attention and respect each other, as injuries are not our best means of growth, but rather a reason for the mind to spiral into chaos. In this second of the opponent exercises, we continue to follow what we've been focusing on in this grade, striking ability. The boys add more of the punch and hammer combos with a connected elbow in play. As we know, it all seems easy till we lift the intensity a little. And the challenge, can we keep it all going? Remember to keep the shield active as this has also been another serious focus within this grade. You look how once we start to absorb something, it then starts to become normal for the mind. But in the beginning, the now so-called normal thing may appear quite radical. This will happen to us many times throughout our learning process. Well, into the third set, and once again the ground is added. Don't forget these exercises are just an outline foundation. There are so many more reasons and ways as to why we study the same info. But we need to follow one way first in order to establish a solid footing. Plus, even though we know what we should be doing, mistakes will be made. Frequently probably, but that's okay. If something doesn't go as planned, then adapt. First to resolve the problem usually wins. A fight is a cluster of chaotic human emotions. The first person to organise the chaos and have more control over their emotions stands a much higher chance of resolving the situation first, which once again usually means that the person will probably come out on top. Have fun with this one and see you next week for week 17. Enjoy.